I'm going to briefly share with you the 5 ways out of pornography addiction. The first one is based off of Hebrews 12:4 in the Bible. It says this, "In your struggle against sin, you have not yet resisted to the point of shedding your blood." Okay, this verse is actually encouraging because it's saying there's more you can do. Yes, you can flee your apartment, and there's more you can do. Yes, you can get a filtering software on your device, and there's more you can do. I have heard people say in counseling, I feel like I've tried everything. And most of the time, after meeting with them, they have not. The second one is this: grow in love for others. Did you know that sexual immorality is actually not love for others? At the end of Galatians in chapter 5, it says that a work of the flesh is sexual immorality. And then just a few verses later, it says that a fruit of the Spirit is love. In other words, love does not come from the flesh. For example, when someone views pornography on a Saturday night, they might feel shame, feeling like they don't want to go to church the next morning, not feeling good enough. The practical is this: reframe in your mind, I'm going to still go to church even after viewing porn. Still hang out with people even after viewing porn. Still go to that family function even after viewing porn. It is a lie to think that we have to be good enough to love people. The Pharisees were more behaviorally righteous than you and I, but did not love people. The third way to fight pornography addiction is this: grow in asking for help. For instance, if a friend of yours needs help moving from her apartment to a new house she just bought, you don't help after, you help during. The practice of asking and growing in asking for help during temptation is the most difficult of all 5 I have found. Oftentimes I see clients who function as if God is a professor. The client is the student, and everything on earth is a test. You know what this means? If everything is a test, then that means you have to figure it out on your own. You should feel shame for asking for help, because you should know how to help yourself. The professor is not going to help a student answer a test question on a test day. But God's not a professor. His identity is Father, and you are His daughter or son. For example, if your daughter or son asked for help from you, you would welcome it. She should not feel shame for asking for help from her father. So, a good practical step is to begin asking for help from a trusted friend for other struggles besides addiction, like anxiety about work for the day or feeling frustrated about a relationship. Starting small is key, and then move into the addiction. All right, the fourth way to fight porn is gain awareness of a biblical view of sex and temptation. In the Bible, you will never see a command against sex, rather sexual immorality. Here's 1 Corinthians 6:16 and 17. "Or do you not know that he who is joined to a prostitute becomes one body with her? For as it is written, the two will become one flesh. But he who is joined to the Lord becomes one spirit with him." Sex means you are one with the person, whether it's your spouse or someone who is not your spouse. Let's say you get home on a Wednesday from work, and work was awful that day. You're frustrated with your boss. If this person watches porn, then he completely forgets about the frustration from the day. Which makes sense. Why? Well, here's Ephesians 5:31 and 32. "Therefore a man shall leave his father and mother and hold fast to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh." This mystery is profound, and I'm saying that it refers to Christ and the church. Sexual immorality and sexual morality is a reminder that you are already one with God, the God who is already taking care of all your frustrations from the day and more, because you are one with Him. Sexual immorality is a false oneness that feels like it takes away your problems, something only God can care for. Now let's think about temptation. I want us to first look at Hebrews 5:14. It says this, "But solid food is for the mature, for those who have their powers of discernment trained by constant practice to distinguish good from evil. All right, let's reframe sexual temptation based off of this verse. Whenever you experience craving for pornography, what if God is using this to mature you? i.e., solid food is for those who are trained by constant practice to distinguish good from evil. If you haven't been tempted in months or years to view porn, and then you get tempted, what if nothing is actually off? Rather, God is using this to mature you. All right, the final one is this: enjoy life. I've noticed that many people who view pornography do not enjoy life that much. They go to work, come home, rest, and do the same thing all over again. Think this: how much of your week is responding to being tired, stressed, frustrated, and anxious, versus how much of your week has planned activities that bring you life? I want to challenge you to plan one activity during the week and not the weekend that brings life.